YouTube, Terminator K2 here, coming with a new deck profile. Today it's my Shiranuis. These are a new deck that were released in Breaker Shadows. They are Fire Zombie archetype synchros that all have 0 defense. I quite enjoy them. I quite enjoy synchro decks, and this one's interesting because they can banish from grave to do a synchro summon using the effect of the tuna. I'm hoping they'll come out with new support later on. So let me get started. So first off, I run 2 Shiranui Spectral Swords. Now this card is the main tuner of the deck. You only run 2 of them. He's got 800 attack, 0 defense, and his effect is, if this card is in your graveyard, except the turn he was sent there, you can target 1 non-tuner zombie monster in your graveyard, banish this card along with that card, then special summon 1 Zombie-Syncro monster from your extra deck, whose level equals the total level of the 2 monsters you sent. Banished. This card is good because that allows you to summon certain extra deck monsters that normally wouldn't be able to summon in ordinary means, like Archfiend Zombie Skull, I think it's called, which is a level 6 synchro, which I'll get to later. So I find this card quite good, and you can get him back easily with other card effects. Moving on. Next I run 3 Shiranui Samurais. This is the beat stick of the deck. He's level 4, 18 attack. Once per turn, during either player's turn, you can banish 1 zombie monster from your graveyard. He gains 600 attack, and then after damage calculations, any monster that battles with him is banished. So this is quite good for getting rid of pesky cards your opponent controls, especially if they have a high attack and your monster and Samurai still can't get over them. That monster still gets banished afterwards, even if you take damage and things destroy because he's still battled. And then if he's got second effect, all the Shiranuis have banish effects as well. So his banish effect is, when this card is banished, you can target 1 Shiranui monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. So I find that helpful occasionally for getting out, for returning certain ones, but usually I just use his first effect. I'm planning on cutting him down to 2 once I can get my hands on a plate for the zombie. Just haven't got one at the moment. Next is 3 Shiranui Spirit Masters. This guy is one of the best cards in the deck. If you're not running him at 3, you're playing it wrong. Here's when he's normal summons, you can special summon 1 Shiranui monster from your hand or grave. I think it's got no restrictions there. Just one Shiranui monster. But if you do, it's banished when it leaves the field. So this is good because then you can bring back certain ones. I usually bring back Samurai and then do an XZ play, so then it doesn't get banished. And his banish effect is, if this card is banished, you can target 1 face-up card your opponent controls and destroy it. So this is good for one of the trap cards that I'll be running later, or if you use him for your special summon using Spectral Sword, you get a pop card from a summon. That's quite good. And then next I run 1 Shiranui Smith. This is the last of the main deck monsters that were released. I only run 1 of it because it's not that good. If this card is used for a synchro summon, you can add 1 Shiranui monster from your deck to hand. That effect's quite good, but I don't often use it. And then its other effect is, if this card is banished, all zombie monsters you control cannot be destroyed in battle for the rest of the turn. So sometimes if your opponent has like a monster that has 24 attack on the field, and you have Smith out, Samurai, use Samurai to banish Smith, then attack their monster with your Samurai stays on the field, your opponent's monster gets destroyed, but you take no damage because they're equal. So I find that quite good, but I just like running it at 1. And that's it for the Shiranui monsters. Now for my other monsters, I run 3 Uni Zombies. This card is absolutely amazing in this deck. If you don't know what Uni Zombie does, it's a level 3 Dark Tuner Zombie. And once per turn, you can discard 1 card from your hand and increase the level of 1 monster you control, 1 monster on the field by 1. Or you can target 1 monster on the field, then send 1 zombie monster from your deck to grave, and increase that monster level by 1, but if you do, only zombie monsters you control can attack that turn. So it's quite good for sending your Mizukis to the grave, which I'll get to now. So next one I run Triple Mizuki. This is a good card. If it's in the graveyard, you can banish it and special summon one zombie monster. And it's got no restrictions either, so you can target like your high level synchro monsters, which I'll get to in later. So he's very good. You gotta run him at 3. Just because he's one of the best cards in the zombie decks. Next is 2 Zombie Masters. I was running him at 3 originally, but I put him down because he's not actually that as useful as I was hoping he would be. Basically, if you have a zombie in your graveyard, you can send one monster card from your hand to grave, and special summon one zombie from either player's grave. So that's kind of good, and you can use this effect only once per turn. So you can send a card, special summon Zombie Master off his own effect, and then use another one, so you can get some good XZ plays or highest level synchro plays out of it. So I find that quite helpful. Next I run 2 Goblin Zombie. This guy is, if he inflicts battle damage, you can send the top card of your opponent's deck to the grave, and if he's sent from field to grave, you can add a zombie monster from your deck to hand with 15 defense or less. And he's a level 4 dark with 11 attack. So I mainly use him for his second effect of getting a search. But otherwise, he's quite good. I might remove him later on. But at the moment, I'm just keeping him at 2. Next, I run 1 Pyramid Turtle. I think one of this card is just good. I did run 3 for a while, but decided to cut it down to 1. So it's just, if this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the grave, you can special summon one zombie monster from your deck that has with 2,000 defense or less. So that's good because if you wanted to run like some high level zombie monsters like Red Eye Zombie Dragon, who's only got 15 defense, you can special summon it off Zombie Pyramid Turtle. So you can get high level monsters as long as they have low defense. And for the last monster I run 1 Mathematician. So I'm running this guy because 1, I was able to actually afford him now because of his reprint, and because his effect's quite handy. Since zombies, use their deck more, use their grave more than anything else. So when this card is normal summoned, you can send 1 level 4, or just 1 level 4 or lower monster, monster from your deck to grave, and then if this card is destroyed by battle, you can draw a card. So that's quite helpful for setting in Zukis or your Spectral Swords, whatever you want to get him in the graveyard for that turn. And then if he's killed, you get a draw. It's quite helpful. So that's it for the monsters. That's pretty sure that's 21 monsters. Let me just check. Yeah, 21 monsters. Okay, onto the spells. I run one of the one field spell, Shiranui style Synthesis. This card is not that good. It's if you control no monsters, you can discard a card to either special summon 1 zombie monster with 0 defense from your grave, which is helpful because all the Shiranuis have 0 defense, and so does the Zombie Master, so you can special summon Zombie Masters back. Or you can target 1 banished zombie you control with 0 defense and return it to the grave. So it's good for getting like Spirit Master back in the grave after his banish effect goes through, or summoning your dead synchros if they're still in the grave. And then I have 1 Zombie World. That's just cause I had the space and I thought it was quite handy, the card. That's just all monsters on either player's field and grave become zombie types, and neither player can tribute summon except for zombies. So this card is actually quite good against the Monarch matchups because they normal summon all the time with tributing their stuff off. So if that's on the field, they can't because the monsters in their hand are no longer aren't zombies. So it kind of just stops them unless they get MST'd or something. So I find that quite helpful. Then I run the 1 Book of Moon and Book of Life, not Book of Moon. So this card, if it wasn't a pendulum based format at the moment, I'll be running it too, but since my opponent is more likely to have cards in their extra deck than grave, monsters in their extra deck than grave, this card's better, just better at 1. So you can target 1 zombie in your graveyard and 1 card in your opponent's graveyard. Special summon the first target, then banish the second. So that's quite helpful. So special summon, because it's just a zombie monster, so you can special summon any of them back from on the grave after they die, and then get rid of any pesky monsters in your opponent's graveyard if they have anything. I probably will remove it if I ever go against Cosmos, because I don't want them to have their monsters banished. But then I run 1 God Sarcophagus. This one's good because it's, when you activate this, banish one card from your deck, and after the second standby phase, return it to your hand. So normally I would banish Spirit Master off this effect, and then since Spirit Master is being banished, his effect activates the pop. So basically, Gold Sarcophagus becomes just a free monster destruction card. Then 2 turns later I get the Spirit Master back to hand. So I quite like it. Then I run the 1 Foolish. Definitely need this card. Send Mizukis or whatever you want to the grave. Get it ready for future plays. It's just very good. The 1 Twin Twister. I want to run this card at 2, but I don't. I've only got the 1. So instead it's discard a card and target up to 2 spell traps on the field and destroy them. So, and then since I'm only running the 1, but I want to run 2, I've got 2 MST to replace it. Because I've got nothing else in my deck as well that I could use to take out an MST. So like I'm trying to get my hands on a DDR and the Blake's Ritter, so things I can take out. But back row destruction, very helpful. Then the one Burial from a Different Dimension. So target 3 banished monsters and return them to the grave. This card's good because then I can return my spectral swords and other things. Then I need to check on this, but since Spectral Sword says except for the turn of sent there, this card's not sending it to the graveyard, so I need to check on that. But if I activate this, I may be able to return it to the extra deck. Do it Synchro Summon straight away since it wasn't sent. But I need to get that checked on. But that's a good card. Then I run the 1 Soul Charge just for backup, so I was able to get myself 1 because of the reprints. And then the 1 Dark Hole. I'm running Dark Hole instead of Reggie because I don't own a Reggie yet. Once I get my hands on a Reggie, I'll be trading it out. But the Dark Hole goes quite well in hand with the Style Synthesis, depending on how many cards you have on the field. Again, that's it for the spells. Now to the traps. Now there are 3 Shiranui Style Swallow Slash. Now this trap is awesome, I love it. It's basically an Icarus attack for the zombies with a bonus effect. So it's tribute 1 zombie monster you control, destroy 2 cards, target 2 cards on the field and destroy them. See, that's my only problem with this card, you have to target 2. So if your opponent only has 1 card in the field, you have to target 1 on your own, destroy it. And if you do, banish 1 zombie monster, I think it's just zombie, or was it Shiranui? You have to banish 1 Shiranui monster from your deck to grave. Banish 1 Shiranui monster from your deck. So this card's quite helpful because first you get the 2 pop, then normally I would banish a Spirit Master and get a 3rd pop. So basically, it can attack that pops 3 cards. So that's quite helpful, that's why I love this trap. I run the 2 Call the Haunted. This is another reason why I'm only running Book of Life at 1, because I've got these 2 instead. So then I can just bring back any of my dead stuff that I would like to keep on the field. It's quite helpful. That's just, you know it is. Now for my one-offs, I run the one Mirror Force, because I had space, I was able to get myself a Mirror Force, and it's just good card destruction, good protection. Then 1 Bottomless and 1 Solemn. So that's it for the main deck. I'll move on to the extra deck now. First I run 2 Shiranui Shogun Sagas. This card is awesome. It is a level 8 synchro. Requires one zombie tuner. Yeah, 1 zombie type tuner and 1 or more non-tuner zombie monsters. So you can only summon it with zombie monsters. And its effect is when this card is special summoned, you can banish one zombie monster from your grave, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack for the rest of the turn. So he's got a base of 3000, banished like a Spirit Master again, gains another 15, it's 45 attacker right there. And then its second effect is, if this card is sent to the grave, target one of your banished zombie monsters with 0 defense, and return to the grave. So this is good for getting a Spirit Master and Spectral Souls back into the graveyard again to use their effects later. And I quite like this card because of the artwork. See that? I like the artwork of that. Next is 3 Samurai Sagas. This card is level 6 one, so you use Spectral Sword, one of level 4s, and Spirit Master or something. Pop a card, summon this guy. And then this guy is, you can special summon this guy once per turn. And his effect is, once per turn during either player's turn, you can target one of your banished zombie monsters, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, change all monsters your opponent controls whose attack is equal to or less than the monster you shuffled into the deck to defense position. So this is quite helpful if you summon him later with, say, have both these guys on the field, and use Spectral Sword to banish a copy of him. So you got these two on the field, plus one him banished. You use his effect to shuffle it back into the extra deck, then all your opponent's monsters who have 25 attack get put back into defense, and it's good to stop your opponent's aggressive plays. And it's good for getting your banished stuff back into your deck. So for the Shiranui Synchros. Now I'd like to know, other cards I would like to run that I haven't been able to find yet is the Archfiend Zombie Skull, which can only be made with a Plague Spreader and 2 or more non-tuner zombies. But with Spectral Sword's effect, you can special summon it, so it's not a synchro summon. So it's level 6, and its zombie monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effect. So it's very helpful, especially against if they're trying to torrential you or something. And then another one was called Revived King Hades, which is another level 6 that requires Plague Spreader to summon, but you can summon it faster with Spectral Sword. And its effect is, any monster destroyed by battle with a zombie monster, its effect's negated. So if you kill like a Cosmo card, you activate the effect. So that's quite helpful in that aspect. So instead I'm running just other cards. So I'm running the one Leo, running two of the Red Dragon Archfiends, because I have these ones. I'd rather be running Scarlight, level 8, but I don't have the money to have them buy it, so I got these two instead. So Red Dragon Archfiends is, if it attacks a defense position monster, destroy all defense position monsters your opponent controls, and then at the end of the battle phase, destroy any monster that didn't attack. And then Hot Red Dragon Archfiend is, once per turn, you can destroy all attack position monsters your opponent controls, and if you do, this is the only card that can attack. And then Scarlight, the one I want to get, is a level 8, they're all level 8. It is, you can destroy all special summon monsters on the field, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. So it's quite good, so I'd summon it, blow up the field, then do another synchro play by using Mizuki in my grave to get myself back on the field. But it's too expensive. And another card I want to get is Psyframe Lord Omega, because its effect is just awesome in the deck. It's, during your opponent's standby phase, you can target one of your banished cards and put it back in the graveyard. So this gets you back your Mizukis and whatever you want in the grave against it. So it's good in the banished opponent's hand for the turn. It's very helpful. Now I run the one Crimson Blader, one Go Your Guardian. Something I'm happy about, I finally was able to get myself one, a 101, a Castell, and a Beast Dweller, and a Cowboy. So that's it for my Shiranui deck profile. Hope you enjoyed, and see you another time.